Adventures in Woodley. Adventures in Woodley.
Hello everyone, I'm Max Power for the Meat Lovers channel, and I'm back with another StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay. This is kind of a special one, both because I'm incredibly tired. I haven't slept for like 24 hours at this point. So I decided to cast some StarCraft, and I picked a replay at random. Vudo's been uploading some to me, and I ended up with this one, which is apparently CrisPowers down here in the bottom, and Vudo here with them in a 2v2 online against some random guys. This is Freeze's Shitsono something and Freeze's Rewind. So they are on a teaming up, doing that business. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. When they loaded in, I could tell that I think one of the Freeze players is a gold level player and the other is a bronze level. Currently, CrisPowers over here is in Bronze League. I think he's only played his placements though, so that about does it. So we have a bit of a probe scout over here. So this is a Zerg on a Terran versus a Protoss on Terran. I've totally forgotten what the name of this map is. The Boneyard or something like that? I don't remember. I haven't seen it before. It's probably a new 2v2 map. I don't really follow the 2v2 maps much, but it looks a lot like, you know, a lot of the ones that we see a lot, like the, what's it called, the Scorched Haven and stuff like that, a lot of the lava map. And with a combined ramp. I don't think there are any other entrances. It didn't seem like it, no. So yeah, Chris is going for a pretty standard fast expand as a Zerg. That makes perfect sense, and I think we have the Protoss player is going for gas on Gateway. So it seems pretty standard so far. Freeze's Rewind, though, is going for double racks, which could mean he's going to be a little bit aggressive. Which could spell trouble for Vudo, because his macro is already horrible. He already has a lot of minerals left over. I think he's going to go for a command center, which I think it's a mistake, going against a player who's going double racks. That's not going to be great. Cybercore coming down. Oh, that's an aggressive forward pylon. I don't know if he was intending on cannon rushing. He can't be, because he didn't have a forge. So it was just a really early proxy. But you know, you want to place those in a place where people aren't going to find it, not like right in front of their obvious first base, you know, obvious expansion. No, he's not. Yeah, so Vudo is just kind of failing his macro right off the bat, so it's not spilling too well for them. Whereas the Freeze team up here, I'm just going to call him that, doing pretty well. Chris as well is sort of oddly timing his economy, I can tell, because his queen, he should be broke with his queens out here. He isn't broke so much. So something here is going pretty horribly wrong with the macro of both our friends down here in the bottom. Especially considering that Vudo is yeah, just queuing up a ton of SCVs and not getting an orbital. Because somehow he has not realized that all the money is due to him not building anything. So yeah, they're going to rush with a Zealot and a couple of Marines, and they're going to do a tremendous amount of damage. There's really no way they're going to hold this. They have nothing to hold it with. Chris may be able to get some stuff out here because he has some armor checks coming off, but this is not going to be good. At least the Zealot goes down. It's actually a pretty major victory for them. Although Vudo is going to chase here with fewer Marines than his opponent, which is a fail. I love that voice. So yeah, that's the problem. He's going for an engineering bay as well. So he's not really, he's going for that, what I call like the total fail one base, where you basically don't do much of anything and get upgrades for no reason. That's always going to be bad. So yeah, these Marines are doing a lot of damage. They're forcing Chris to lose a lot of drones and to build a lot of circlings, so that's not great for him. He's just basically rallying all the, well, almost all the Marines down, and we have a 4-gate. Actually, we do have a 4-gate. He just doesn't work them, and we have a pylon on the way. So I really don't see any way of them holding this, because Vudo has nothing. He's simply been macroing so horribly in the beginning. There's no way they can hold a 4-gate at this point. Chris has a lot of lings. He really does. Like, his macro has stepped it up a little bit. He can make a lot of lings off 2 base, but he lost his queen. So that's gonna limit his production quite a bit. And he's not hitting that lava inject right here, so that's basically death. There's no way they can hold this, I don't think so, unless they get a really great surround. I think, you know, I think he might, yeah, he would probably have died if he engaged at that point, but he still is not hitting his lava injects, and right now that is the most important thing. And because he only has so he really needs to get more of them out, and Vudo macro has been so terrible. He's finally starting to get through all his stuff, and these barracks is way too late. He was just kind of sitting back, not really realizing what to do, so I don't think the players have any much of a follow-up here. The freeze team seems to just be going for 4th racks. Actually, Vudo at this point has an advantage in terms of him having a reactor and another reactor on the way. But at this point, Chris has just lost so much, and he's a Zerg player, and Zerg players on one base is just really not good in any kind of a way. So yeah, they're probably going to break him at this point. So this is pretty much what happens in 3v2. You really have to have your opening down, because players are just going to rush you. I mean, 4 gates are, that's just the name of the game. I mean, even the old school Wings of Liberty 4 gate we see right here is, you know, pretty effective. I would actually say that probably the weird thing is that 2v2's Protoss used to be the worst race, in my opinion, because they were so weak in the opening. But with the Mothership Core and the Photon Overcharge, they're probably one of the strongest races to have with you in terms of the rating. So Chris is going to come in here, and these things are probably going to do quite a bit of damage, actually, but it's just not enough at this point. They've taken too much damage. And I think, I don't know how cost-effective they've been here. Yeah, Chris is not very cost-effective, but I mean, there's only so much you can do with the lanes in the early game. And it really is down to them not really scouting. I mean, Chris, I don't think, did he ever get, he probably got an Overlord, and he did, but he lost it too early. Oh, we did see the 3 racks, actually. And he did see it some of the gateway, so he actually saw this attack coming. I don't know if he reacted to it, though. I didn't actually catch if he made them before or after that, but I don't think, I think really what let him down this point was macro just not being very good. So yeah, that's basically it. That was a pretty quick game. So yeah, you can learn a lot from this. In 2v2s, guys, you really want to have your opening down to a T. I mean, it's so important to have that down. You can't be sitting there making your barracks and then going, what do I do now? You want to have a strategy. And in 2v2s, it's a completely legit strategy to say, fair enough, I'm going 3 racks, I am building a ton of Marines or whatever, Marauders, maybe even Reapers. And if I don't have anything to defend, I'm going to go attack. That's completely legit. The problem with that is, of course, it's a Terran. Instead of being a Zerg can always just make drones. It can pretty easily switch his economy back and forth between offensive units and defensive units, and get a pretty good exchange there. You can't do that so much as a Terran, because, you know, a command center isn't going to build you anything that's going to work in an attack. Other than, you know, SCVs that can act as meat shields, so... by the way, though, the old school Wings of Liberty 4 gate, this is a pretty big fail. You really want 3 guys in the simulator, and you only want 16 probes on gas. No, on minerals, you don't want that many. 22 is way too many for a 4 gate. It's going to leave you with a lot of minerals, as you can tell. I think it's also due to some bad warp ins, but still. And yeah, the 3 racks over here, I would have much preferred to go for the to get the tech labs or reactors or whatever on these things to produce faster, because as you can tell, there's also a lot of money here. But basically, this comes down to the point where you kind of lose control of your economy. So as you can tell here, like, Vudo basically lost control of his economy the moment he got one. Chris didn't so much. He sort of kept control of it, but it was pretty shaky in the opening. His opening was fairly shaky. I mean, if you've just built your 2 queens in your opening as Zerg with 15 hatch, and you have like 300 minerals left, something probably went wrong. You mistimed something, most certainly. I don't know why this missile turret is here. Suppose. Actually, I don't know. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to defend against. Banshee maybe. So anyway, yeah, and don't go for upgrades on one base, guys. Just don't. I mean, you go for a combat shield, maybe stim, but like going for that engineering bear on one base is just. I just think it's really dumb because. Yeah, upgrades have the purpose of making a lot of units better, and very few units not a lot better. So the few units you can build off one base aren't really going to benefit much from upgrades. So generally, you don't want to get that on one base. At least like basic attack and armor upgrades. So yeah, that's basically it. It's a somewhat interesting learning game, I suppose. Not a lot to rage over, but it really comes down to, guys, get that economy down. As I said, you don't want to be dead with 1,440 minerals, although he did get some from Chris, though. So hit those lava injects, guys. That's pretty important when you're in a fight. More important than actually fighting, ironically. Yeah, I've been Max Power for the Meat Lovers channel, and it's been kind of an odd, impromptu, tired version of the adventures in Bronze League. Wood League. God damn it, I am really tired. Technically Bronze League, because that's the majority of the players here, but whatever. See you guys.